Bluetooth mode. Low battery, please charge.
This shit be deadly. Cold shoulder, heart heavy. No place on this Chevy. Grip tight and hold steady. Consequences, I'm ready. Can't tell you I won't try to get over if you gon' let me. Your mans be trying to plot behind your back. This shit be deadly. That's the world that we living in. Die if you can't comprehend. Keep my feelings bottled in. I talk, but they don't understand. It ain't about the biggest gun. It's about who got the upper hand. My daddy locked up in a can. I taught myself to be a man. Don't make a move without a plan. Make a move, this bitch gon' blam. Taxi nigga, Uncle Sam. I serve this shit 15 a gram. Hurt my fucking heart to see my nigga freeze up in that jam. I was trying to tell you how I feel, but you ain't give a damn. That made me go harder though. I ain't how my father though. How you keep your head up in the sky?
Hey guys, it's your girl Big Roo Real Talk Podcast. I'm sorry, it's your girl Big Roo Real Talk. That's true.
Did you have to turn around and look at that?
My other thing is Real Talk. Hey y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, cut. Sorry again, my bad. Hey guys, it's your girl Big Roo Real Talk Podcast. Season 3, Episode 1, special guest Shay. Today's topic is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Shout out to the music by SOG Baby and C Cam. Hearts Heavy. Thank you for letting me use your music. Today we're going to change it up a little bit. So I want to ask some few personal questions. So we're going to start off about insecurity. I want to know, like, one thing that you felt, or multiple things that you felt insecure about. You can start as a child, you can start as an adult, however you want.
My bad. Anywho, growing up, I had a lot of insecurities because I was always big. You know, everybody around me was always small, and I was always aggressive. And like we used to go outside, most like they go with a bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? It used to make me feel some type of way, but at the end of the day, I owned that shit.
But you want to know what's so crazy is you say that, but we always literally, like, you laughed at it, so we never thought, like, you hid it so well.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't never, like, really say, like, hey, I don't like that. I think the only thing I ever heard you say you don't like, rest in peace, Chris, when they used to call you Big Red.
Oh, yeah, that red dress.
Yeah,
girl, you from there, boy.
She had this red dress on, and it was just like, oh, Big Red. And that was like the only thing I really think that you said, I don't like when they say that, because they never let it go. But everything else, I never really heard you say, oh, well, y'all skinny and I'm big, because you hit it so well.
No, because like when you going through insecurities, you never want to let the other people know that you feeling some type of way far as with that, because either people gonna help you with that or they gonna play on that.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I felt like, what was the purpose of me telling you all that it bothered me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was something that I kept within me and try to protect it, because you could tell somebody one thing about yourself and they could use that against you. And how we was growing up, we was rough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we didn't care. We always talked about each other's houses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, that was one less thing I ain't have to worry about y'all talking about.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. If you would have brung it up, then people would have threw it in your face, because they felt like, oh, that's something that she insecure about, let's say it. So if you hid it, we wouldn't have to, you didn't have to worry
Right,
about
it's like not giving y'all ammunition.
But I just feel like growing up, everybody had something insecurity about them. And they also, like you said, everybody did talk about this person or that person. It was always something. Like, nobody was perfect, And it's just crazy because when you get older, you do speak on that. That's a good example of Cherie. She goes, I'm just saying, because she felt like you was bullying her.
Mm-hmm.
And to you, you just felt like She wanted to fight you.
Yeah, it was bullshit. Y'all used to always gas up and we used to fight. So I feel like it wasn't no bullying involved. And as we get older, people, oh, she bullied me. No, bitch. We fought mutually. So I wouldn't say that I bullied any damn body because at the end of the day, it was never about her. Like, I hung around her because you hung around her. It was
But
never.
see, at the end of the day, that's when it comes back to that was her feeling though. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Just like how you felt
She
insecure.
didn't feel like she
She
was
didn't.
bullied when she used to fight me.
Well, I
And she
mean,
used to pick fights. So I don't understand how the fuck you getting bullied and you picking the fights. No, baby, that ain't how it work. Ain't how it work. She wasn't bullied.
Cherie, if you out there and you listening, she said she didn't bully you. Y'all fought equally. So,
Absolutely.
that's the only thing that you feel like you was insecure about was your weight
Nah.
that bothered you.
And I won't even say, at first it was my way at first, and then after a while, like as we got older and we started dating, and and I
People
started,
telling you,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying, and I started getting noticed, the weight thing fell off. Like, okay, they like fat people.
And there's a lot out there. Like some
Yeah.
people like skinny, some like big,
Yeah.
some say I don't want no skinny person.
Right, like I never had
some
no
whole.
butt. I always had the titties. You always had the butt with no titties. So it was like,
It was one of us like, hey, I'm
You
gonna
know
push
what I'm
my bra up, you
Right.
poke your ass out. One of the
pretty much,
We walked together. We got they got a package,
Pretty
yeah.
And then as I got older, once you get older, you start to see your potential. You start to see what you bring to the table besides looks.
Yes.
You can't see on me shit right now.
Because when people get older, and that's what one thing people don't understand. When you get older, yes, you was insecure back then about your looks and bodies, but now people going off of what you can offer them and your brains. You can be cute, but dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when you dumb and cute, that don't mean nothing. They just, oh yeah, I fucked her. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I just want to fuck. So, So, here's another question. How do you feel your life changed from then to now?
It's changed drastically. My childhood was kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, she was battling her own little thing that she was going through, and I was out of control teenager because of what my mom was going through, and not to just blame her, but I was just going through a lot of stuff. So back then, it was rough. Granted, I had Rudy and her parents, but I still wanted my mom.
Exactly.
So as things started progressing, as I got older, I forgave my mom, and it helped me,
Yeah.
to be a better woman, a stronger woman. Back then, I didn't see that because I was young growing up, but as I got older, I'm thankful for everything that I went through.
Mm-hmm.
Because
you learn, and you forgive, but you don't forget.
No,
So-
you'll never forget,
Yeah.
but I will never.
Hold that against her.
Right, like, as people get older, they always
They
blame they past.
Yeah.
Oh, I do this because this, that, no. You gotta let that shit go. Because I would never say, when I went through bad decisions in me, and I would never say, oh, because my mom didn't show me how to love, or my dad wasn't there. I would never blame them for how I perceive or go out and looking for people. No. Them your choices, your decisions, and you know what you like and what you dislike, what
Exactly.
you willing to tolerate and deal with. So, yeah, I'm blessed.
That's good, and then that's good if she's watching, that she know that you don't blame her, because people don't understand when you get older, you look back and you say, okay, what if that was me? What if I did that with my child? How do my child feel about me? You start thinking, because we don't know unless our kids come to us and tell us, oh, I don't like how you act.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how you do this. And it was like when we're young, we don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get older, it's like, oh, dang, people always think you spoon fed or this and that, but you don't really know what's going on behind closed doors. You can have two parents, doesn't mean that they both treated you right or they was in your life. People can be there. That don't mean that they was in your life personally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just have your disagreements. You have problems. Everything. No mother and kids well, parents and kids is perfect.
Mhm.
You have to learn, and you don't know what learning that your mother had,
Mhm.
growing up. Like, you don't know how she felt. Yes, her mother probably loved her. Everybody, parents, hopefully love them, but at the same time, everybody teaches their kids and love different.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's good that you forgive her. That's one thing, and that everybody should always do. Either open up and tell your parents how you feel, or move on and forgive them.
Mhm.
But like Shay said, do not use your parents as a crutch so that you can feel better about your life.
Yeah, I feel better about the dumbass decisions that you choose to make.
Exactly.
My mom, yeah, but regardless of what illness she battled, I knew my mama loved me.
Hmm.
When I got older, when I made bad decisions in men, it never was because I looked at my mama making bad decisions in men. She's been with the same man since I've been 6 years old. So it was never, regardless of what they went through, I never based my love life on what I seen, as far as my mom. Because as you get older, you attract what you attract. It has nothing to do with your upbringing. You know, it really doesn't. And it pisses me off when people like, oh, if I would have had my father around. Some people have their father around and still make stupid decisions.
Exactly.
So you can't blame stuff on your parents when you're old enough to understand right from wrong.
But do you feel like since your father really wasn't in your life, well, he was, but he,
Yeah,
I mean,
they got up there.
I mean, no, I
was.
saw him. That's what
As many times as you see somebody.
Okay, well,
So we ain't
but
gonna
him
know
not.
that.
Okay, so let me rephrase it then. So since you barely saw your father, do you think that you was more happy of him being gone, where you can accept that better than saying, "Oh, my daddy just ain't around"? It's more better to say, "Oh, I don't have a father because he passed."
Like, I can't even speak on that situation because I don't know what my life would have been with him there. I know what it was when he wasn't. So it's like I can't dwell on that because I feel like I don't know him. I don't know what he went through, why he was absent. So it's like I don't think about that.
Okay.
Because I feel like even though my mom was up, she was strong enough to do it by herself. So it's like I don't think about that.
But only reason why I asked that, I wanted to hear your point of view, because I feel like that sometimes with my kid's father. I really do. I'd be like, would I feel better if he was gone? At least I know he's not doing nothing because he's gone, rather than him not doing nothing and he's here.
At the end of the day, I feel like your kids, they don't show that they did not around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They not rebellious. They not acting out. They not missing nothing. Because you super mom. Granted, you didn't make them by yourself, and you want that whole dynamic of the father and mother situation. But sometimes,
but if it's not right, then you don't want it. So it's like a win and win. It's like a woman can't raise kids on their own, but we can try our best because there's a lot of women out here that is taking on.
But don't say we can't. We don't want to. Never say we
No,
can't
I'm
because
saying,
you're doing it.
Yeah, no. I'm
It's a
saying
difference.
the reason why I'm saying that is because you know how people be like, a woman can't take care of kids. They need their daddy. That's that main thing. They need their daddy. Yes, I agree. They need their daddy. But if they daddy not that right daddy, they don't, because you can always find another person to replace, and they can act as if that's they real biological daddy. I guess you understand. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know.
And to go what you were saying, like far as like kids need their daddy. What if their daddy is so toxic? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What if that daddy is not in a mind frame to be their daddy? But this is what society says. Oh, they need their daddy. It's plenty of women or plenty of men that raise their children by themselves and they turned out great. And then there's plenty
And
of
shout
people.
out to the daddies. I'm
Yeah,
not going
and
to shout out to them.
plenty of people that come from two households and they're terrible. You act like they was raised in the streets some deal with. So at the end of the day, everybody's outcome is different.
And I also want to know by you saying that we can switch it around, because I never wanted to just be one-sided. It's two-sided. It's another side to it, because it is men's out here raising their kids. So how do you think that feel, father, as a man? and they missing their mother. You know how they say all kids need their dad? All kids need their mother too. So it's always gonna be a problem if it ain't a two household. That's why they always state that you're supposed to get married before having a baby, but that still don't work because you can get a divorce.
Exactly. You know, you got
Something
shit.
can happen. Just like it's always something around it at the end of the day.
And I feel like men look at it the same way that women do. Like maybe the mother is very toxic. Maybe the mama want to run the
Exactly.
streets. Maybe whatever the case of the scenario is. However, they're stepping up to the plate because they're gonna be the best parent that they could be, regardless of what the situation is. Granted, you want to say, "Oh, I wish the mother was there to teach this. Or I wish the daddy was there to teach that." At the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. Exactly. KK, get around. So, I don't cut nothing out. Sorry, y'all. For real. That's just serious.
Oh, absolutely. I'm drinking too much fly. What
This
is
is-
this? The good, the bad, the ugly.
Hey, it's the good, the
Hey.
bad, and the ugly for real. You know, we talk about personal lives while we sip, and I don't cut nothing. Everything must go. But let me see. So this is a question as well. Sorry, Douglas. I mean, it's a good thing though. But anyway, what is the difference between your first husband and your last?
Shit.
Your future.
A lot. It's a lot. I'm not gonna, spend my time on downplaying nobody because I'm very humble these days.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like my first marriage wasn't meant. We was on two separate paths.
I mean, you learned from your first marriage
Oh,
too, as
absolutely.
well.
It taught me how to love correctly.
Okay.
It taught me how to be patient. It taught me not to judge. It taught me to be open. My husband now, he gets on my fucking nerves, but he's gossip. We don't see eye to eye all the time,
But who knows?
the way he loves me, I want a man to love my daughter.
Exactly.
The way that he embraced me, I could be sick, tired, get on his damn nerves. He's always there.
Exactly. Go Douglas.
Yeah. He an asshole though. He an asshole right now. Ain't you, husband?
Yes. And
But
I mean, like,
the difference is like day or night. I feel like with my first marriage, I was learning myself as a woman while going through a lot of shit that I'm not gonna talk about because I feel like I'm not gonna give my energies to that. I was in a dark, dark, dark place with that marriage, with that person. But God bless that person. God bless that person, and I wish him nothing but the best. A lot of y'all know my first marriage because it was broadcasted everywhere. I acted a fool. It was rough, but at the end of the day, thank him.
Quran.
Thank him a lot because I learned a lot about myself, and I know what I'm willing to do and not do, and what is to deal with and not deal with. Question for you. Hell, motherfucker.
No, they gotta go to this.
Oh, I'm just taking.
Really? We gotta be on. Now go ahead.
Okay. Question for you.
Okay,
Be it that you've never been married,
mm-hmm.
and I know that you gonna get married.
Uh-huh.
I ain't gonna say what you want to do, what you gonna do. Do you feel like all the years that you spent with your kid's father, do you feel like that hinders you as far as moving forward with marriage, or does that make you crave marriage even more?
No, I feel like after being with him for so long, I feel like he took my years away from me. I feel like now everybody is about taking kids, you know what I'm saying? You got kids, they take them. Every time you meet somebody now, they cheating, they got somebody, there's too many diseases out here to want to open your legs to them. You can't trust people no more. So it's like I'm just at this point focusing on myself only because it's only right. I can't let him in. I don't want to say find because I'm not trying to find nobody, but my king can't find me if I can't find myself. So I wanna get to know what I want, what I did wrong, what like I don't blame myself in a way of us not talking. Everything happened for a reason. Why I prolonged it, it was because I loved him. It was because I had two kids by him. Other than that, I waste my years. I waste my time. I waste my love, my performance, everything. I felt like people kept telling me like, why is you doing wifely duties when you're not a wife?
Mhm.
But I always feel like this. I'm gonna be me regardless. But at the end of the day, people need to always understand a man is gonna be a man regardless. If he's gonna cheat, if he's not ready to be with you, he's not ready. You can be with a person for some years, and he can go and meet a person and get married to them in 6 months to a year, all because that's just something that he wanted to do. He didn't see that in you, but instead of him coming to me as a man and saying, "Hey, I loved you once upon a time. Now is done. I don't feel that no more." We could agree with that. I fell out of love with him as well. But at the end of the day, I tried to push and everything for my kids because everybody in my household, which is the Grim Five, um, well, one is a Thomas now, but they all married. Is it happily marriage? I don't know. That's not my marriage. But at the end of the day, they are married. I never experienced that. So only thing that I do want to do is get married, only so my dad can walk me down the aisle and my mom can give me something old and something new or something blue.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I used to, as when you younger, you say, oh, and you think once you walk down the aisle, your life is gonna change drastically. You know, that's living in the fairy tale. I feel like marriage is a piece of paper, and if you and that person that you with don't respect what marriage stands for or honor each other like you supposed to, it's not gonna feel no different. I used to always say, oh, I can't wait to get married, and then when I first got married, it was like, hell no, my situation got worse. Like you always think that Prince Charming gonna come in and just make your life all better, and then you get it, and it's like, hell no. You know. So I'm all for marriage, but I'm not against people not getting married. I respect.
I feel like too.
Decisions.
I wouldn't mind being with someone where he proposed to me just to show that he know that he wants to be with me, and we stay like that for a while. It really doesn't matter at this point because you know the difference when you're really in love with a person and they love you too. But y'all got to be on the same level, and I think that's what me and my kid's father had our differences in. We was not on each other level. He probably felt some type of way about me, and I felt some type of way about him. We was not. We wanted more from each other, and we wasn't given. But I really feel that he loved me once upon a time, and I loved him too. So it is what it is.
That love will never leave. It's just different now. Like I don't like him. No disrespect, Diddy. Well, I can't even say I don't like him. I didn't like Diddy, and it was all more so for what I used to see. But as I got older, it's like I don't got no like ill will towards him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I see. I see a lot of potential in him. And I know if he had different circumstances or better surroundings, because that does play a part, that things would have been different. You know what I'm saying? Because when y'all was good, y'all was good.
Yeah.
When y'all was bad,
And
bad.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
that's when I say, that's why I said he loved different, I love different. We was good.
But then
But-
y'all both loved.
Yeah, we both loved. We was good when it was good, but that's every relationship. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's perfect, but a person knows when they love that they want to marry or be with that person. But I can also say a man will not propose. Some will just to be ignorant, but
Yeah.
you know, like Blueface and like that situation.
Yeah.
But other than that, a man will not propose knowing that he got a girl on the side, or you know what I'm saying, got one pregnant or got other kids. You're not finna do that.
No, unless you doing it because you know that's what that person's heart desires, so you play on that. So you say, I did some fucked up shit, but if I give her a ring, she don't forgive me because this is what she want more than anything.
Yeah.
And some people will do that, like, okay, he proposed, this is all I wanted. Maybe he'll act right, but it's like they don't negate the hurt that he's giving you, what he's doing or what she is doing, vice versa. So at the end of the day, I feel like these days, if you can't love right, don't love at all.
Yeah.
Don't waste people's time and energy and life because you don't know yourself.
Exactly.
Because I've done it to people. Because I didn't know myself. It was plenty of people I fumbled because what I went through. I run that into my new relationships because I felt like that one was a lesson. And the lesson I learned from that last one was hold your guards up, bitch. Don't be so trusting, bitch. Don't do so much, bitch. And then you get this right dude and everything that he wants that you gave the last person, you can't give it to him because you're scared. So you end up losing him because he's looking like, bitch, I got to settle for less because you didn't, So,
And see, by you saying that dude made me feel like I did, that's when I say I lost years. I lost not even just years in time. I lost where I could have probably, married or been married if I wasn't messing with him, with other guys that I did talk to. You know what I'm saying? But I pushed him to the side because I always went back to him like, no, I want to be my kid's father. But I left good things doing that. People that treated me right and I had a smile. I wasn't fighting. When you're in a abusive relationship, you start to make you think, how is that love?
yeah.
How is that love? And I'm talking about y'all putting hands both on each other. It's not just a one-sided thing.
And not even just that, verbally abusing each other.
Yeah,
too.
oh man, that was
so.
I feel like in that relationship I was verbally abused than physically. Like,
And I feel like mentally abuse, that hurts worse.
it
than
does.
physically.
It does.
It's like when you get physically abused, you know what's hurting.
Yeah.
You see the bruise.
Yeah.
You see it. But mentally, that
Yeah,
plays on a lot
it
of
stays
different
in your
shit.
head.
Yeah.
It stays in your head.
Yeah.
So y'all watch what y'all say to these women, and women watch what you say to these men, because women don't understand that at this point, when you speak on men and you talk down on them, oh, you ain't shit, you ain't that, you hurting them, because men are supposed to be providers. They supposed to be the muscle. So when you talk down on them, that makes them feel like they less than a man,
Don't even
and they are mans,
Or not even just that. Like if you constantly speaking negative into a person, they start to feel that about themselves. You supposed to speak positive
until
shit.
they run against to somebody else and they talking. So that'll be the difference too. You might argue. That's why some relationships, especially marriage, they argue, they don't get along. Then you got the man or woman outside of the marriage saying good stuff, all the stuff that the woman or the man want to hear. And that's why they, tend to cheat or feel like, oh dang, am I in the wrong relationship? Why am I human doing me like this? For real.
Right, because sometimes what you feel is not enough for you is all that they have to give at that point. And it's like with you as a woman too, like if a person constantly downplaying each and every little thing that you do, you're not gonna want to do nothing more, because it's like if this little shit that I'm doing not pleasing you, if I go harder, it's like I'm giving you all of me, you still not gonna be satisfied at the end of the day. But
I got a good one. I cut you off. I got a good one. Father, as like with me, I feel like for some reason when you're in a relationship, and it goes back to my kid's father as well too. When we was in a relationship together, and plus other people too as well. But when we was in a relationship, we'd be cool, but then we had our habits. Gambling is one, and once we broke, you get mad because you ain't got money. It's just it took a toll on us. But when we wasn't together, I win. When he's with me, he gained. You see what I'm saying? So it was like when he come around, oh, he can hustle, he can do this, he can do that. He good on his stuff.
That's where you need to go back to see that part as
yeah,
you motivating him.
exactly. But when it's me without him, I move up, I move ahead. He brings me
And that's
down.
because you're not in a standstill. Like, that's like a fucking double sword type of ordeal. Like, one can uplift, one can bring one down. And I feel like everyone is put in your life for a reason. Just like you may have been put in his life to uplift him whenever you was in his life.
Well,
Because he didn't have that.
exactly.
And maybe he was a lesson
Yes.
for your life.
Exactly. So I that's why I said I regret my time. And that's what I'm saying, pretty much it, because I wasted my time. But at the end of the day, he did teach me a lot, and I learned, and I'm happy, and I give thanks to that. I just wish that he showed love and everything to his kids, because I don't have hate for him. The love I got for him, I still love him, because if you don't love a person no more, then that was fake love in the first place. Am I in love with him? Because people don't understand. Love and in love is two different things. I'm not in love with that man, but I do have love for him. I don't want to see nothing happen to him or whatever, but it do bothers me that by us not talking or engaging with each other, that he don't see his kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And another thing too, like child support and stuff like that. My son finna be 16. My daughter finna be 13 next year. It's like you been in and out of my kid's life, and I had to literally raise them from a baby, because that goes back to he was there, but he didn't help do none of the stuff. He just bought clothes and did stuff like that. He didn't watch them. My son watched my daughter for me while I worked. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that went on to say, oh, he wasn't right for me. You know what I'm saying? Why did you stick around that long? But the part of me growing up and seeing how my mama stuck with my daddy no matter what, how my brother stuck with his wife no matter what. Keita, she good, she out there, I don't know how her and Will doing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just grew up and saw that to the point where it was like, work it out regardless, stuff happens.
Or fight for what you love.
Yeah, exactly. Because I did love him. That was my true first love. I liked some people. I had lushed a lot of people. I did a lot of people there. But he was my first love that I felt like, dang, this nigga could do whatever. I could walk up, see him with a girl, and still like, oh, hell no. But one thing, I don't call females. I don't do that extra shit. You deal with the man. Because you going to still be with him. Don't call my phone. Because I'm not going to call yours. But anyway, long story short, I just really feel like I learned from it. I just really wish he'd be around his kids. Because I don't want it to be too late where they disown him completely. I have a whole son. Come on, man. A daughter. She wants to be, you know what I'm saying, around her dad, to a certain extent, But it is what it is. But that's enough for him. Thank you for being one of my topics, because I did want to get that off my chest. Like I said, yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly, where you get stuff off your chest.
And this is not a whole thing to bash anyone. That's why
Exactly.
we keep going back and forth. But at the end of the day, sometimes this shit need to be said.
Yeah.
And you need to be heard,
Yeah.
regardless of how you be heard. Because whoever we trying to reach, you're listening. You watching, and you
I
get
hope you is listening,
You know?
so you'll know, like, it's nothing against whatever, My thing is, at the end of the day, when people get older, kids get older, they start seeing themselves. I don't have to say nothing to my kids. My kids see. They not getting no action, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, no calls, no nothing, whatever. When you do call, it's just nothing said. Like, hey, come on, you missing birthdays and everything. Like, I never thought that from him. And I feel like that's the only thing I feel like messed me up more than anything. I thought he was bigger than that. If we ever stop talking, that he'll still do. You know that little saying how people be like, oh yeah, as long as they're around, they'll do. When they ain't around, you ain't gonna get shit. I didn't think that for him. I did not think that for him. I thought he was bigger than that, you know. So, I mean, and one thing about it why I never put him on child support was because I used to feel like, you know, how people be like, oh, you bitter, oh, you this. No, I didn't raise these kids by myself. And, you know, once you stop not doing nothing and you just living your good old life, you know, I don't care. I will never bring in because of another female. I can care less about a female.
Mm-hmm.
I can care less about anything that has to do with you. When it comes to my kids, it's about you and your kids. They got phones. You can contact them and everything. So if you're listening, contact your kids. Reach out to them.
And let's get
Give them something for their birthday.
And let's get on child support. My daughter's father is on child support.
No, don't get me wrong.
However,
I did. I didn't because
I didn't put him on child support because I was bitter.
Exactly.
That was a part of
That's not bitter.
That was a part of our divorce agreement. Was child support. It wasn't that.
It's not
I
bitter
did
though.
it, but a lot of women they do it. But at the end of the day, I knew he didn't have shit. So it's like for me to make sure he really ain't got shit. I would never, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless of what
And
he
that's
did
why
to me,
that's why I didn't
never
want to
wanted
do
him
it.
to hurt like
That's
that.
why I didn't want to do it because I felt like if I do it, it's like I'm trying to hurt him for something of him trying to build that he really don't have.
But sometimes they need that fire under their asses at the end of the day. And it's like, even though you
If
put
somebody-
somebody, they still not going to do it. Either they going to do right or they going to do wrong.
Yeah.
Regardless of what fire they under, regardless of what stipulation they on their life, because that restricts them. Licenses, going to jail, all types of shit. But it's like, it always goes, oh, that bitch, she was bitter. No. It had nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
It had to do with what's right, what's wrong, what's wrong. We didn't lay down and have these kids by ourselves. Granted, whatever little money that you give, yeah, it was suffice for a little bit, but nothing takes more than your time.
I used to think too when the mom and dad couldn't get along and they split up, they put the child support so they could still do for their kids. You know, men's took that different, and I just feel like, why not, put you on there? If you're not doing, at least you will give something or I get something, and you ain't got to be involved in their lives, if you don't want to,
And then I feel like if the parent is on child support, they should have every right to see their children.
Exactly.
A lot of women put these men on child support and they say they can't see their kids, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
I always had an open door with my daughter's father with her.
Mm-hmm.
He messed that up. But she don't want to deal with him at all. Had nothing to do with me down, nothing. I never downed him to her.
Mm-hmm.
I never did none of that. But when broken promises and you constantly lying, and then as they get older you start doing weird shit, they don't want to deal with that toxic shit. And I'm grateful that my daughter is actually able to acknowledge toxic shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with toxic shit to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this man that I married, he came in with open arms. He accepted my daughter as his own. He treated her like that. Even though she, her mouth, because she didn't got of age and she just, be ready to knock her ass out but sometimes. But, however, I appreciate how he came in.
Underage and I'm ready.
Man, they mouths, baby. But I appreciate how he came in and he loved my daughter.
Exactly.
And
that shows you that
yeah,
a person can still come in and love, she's not missing in a father figure because she got one right here, and that's all, at the end of the day, it's like nobody can replace they daddy because their father's above. You can't replace their daddy, but he can do a damn good job trying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It really is. It's sad, and at the end of the day, men and also women need to do better.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're not ready for these kids, don't make them. And if you're not ready, it's always good to open your mouth to let a person know, like, hey, I'm down bad, and it ain't nothing but a phone call. That's free. Ain't nothing but time. That's free.
Exactly.
It ain't even always about money, especially when you got a woman that's raising her kids and they will hustle for her kids. It's never really about money.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, why you can't buy them pair of shoes so I can breathe? Why you can't buy that coat? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's never always about a better person.
Yeah.
It's about a hurt person and wanting more for your children.
Exactly. Because I feel like, you know, if I got it, it's like, okay, well, at least I'm getting something. I ain't getting shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm doing this, yes. But at the end of the day, I'm working 2 jobs. So that means to me, in my mind as well, I'm thinking, oh, that's me and my man. You see what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I got 2 jobs. Oh, that's 2 incomes. That's like if it was a man under this roof. But that's not. And then I feel like too, you know, some people be thinking, well, if you make enough money, she don't need nothing. Shit, I'm trying to get myself up. You can't think like that because these still your kids, regardless what I make.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm keeping a roof over your head. You over their head. You can't speak to turn around and be like, oh yeah, thanks for picking up my slack. But then you don't do nothing after. Okay, I appreciate that you acknowledging it, but where is it when it's gonna change that you do something? I have my son like, okay, Mom, just wait. You ain't gotta worry about my birthday, but if he miss Kayla's birthday again, then just do something about it then. No, I'm gonna do something now because he missed too many. And I'm not even telling him that he has to take care of them completely. But you missing birthdays on top of that. You can't give nothing, birthday, Christmas, no little holidays or something. If you don't have it, communication is the key, you guys. I can't down what you don't have. If you say, look, I don't have it, I don't have it. But if you have something and you still don't give, please stop stating, oh, I called, you ain't answered, so I ain't give it. Stop playing. People got cash apps. People got ways to come, hey, send a text. I put some money in your mailbox. Oh, I knocked on the door, I saw the kids, I gave them some money. It's ways around stuff. Ring my doorbell, I got a whole ring. Wherever I'm at, I can answer, who is it? Oh, you want to get in? Oh, let me call the kid. Hey, your daddy outside, he want to give you some money. Hey, give me. She knocked down my whole damn curtain. But it's just it's so much stuff, you know. Like life can be so much easy if you gotta understand it. And it's just so crazy that I can't sit at this point and talk to my kid's father like we used to. It's just like this. We don't do the talking. No talking. But dang, since we don't do talking, you can't call, you know what I'm saying?
And I don't want to talk to mine.
I don't want to talk to mine either, but he still can talk to his kids.
And it has nothing to do with
But that's okay. We could just talk in court now, because I'm just fed
I
up.
don't even want to do that. Girl. At some point, you
I just feel like I didn't want to do that. But at least you did get, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had an agreement through marriage and you got, like, when he work or do whatever, you get that money. At least you know, okay, well, he ain't working because I ain't getting no money. Let me see how it goes. But for me, I'm not getting nothing. Years is flying past. I don't care if it was $50. I don't care if it was $100. Give it. You don't never know what's going on. Here go $100. Give my kids, put that onto something. That's all I had. It's the thought that count. Because I'm going to give my kids, and he know that from me. If you give my kids anything or whatever, it's theirs. I'm not a mother that be like, oh, I'm going to take 50 of this. Here go 50, 25, 25. He gave us 100. He didn't give me shit. He gave his kids. That shit is for the birds, Joe. Enough of him, I'm getting irritated.
Yeah. So on a better
Okay,
note.
on a better note, here go the next question, because that one right there made me go there. But I did want to talk about, what's that called, though? Child support. Because people do tell me out of nowhere, they be like, girl, you better put a person on child support.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
yeah.
That's not petty.
I
That's
feel
not
like-
petty. That's
Certain people that say that, them toxic bitches. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I never told her put that motherfucker on child support. No, because I respected their situation.
But see, I used to
And
look
it's all
at it different.
about
No,
that.
I used to look at it different though. I looked at child support as bitter. I looked at child support that you don't have the money, so you want it from him. And then I looked at if I do child support for him, I'm hurting his pockets. I want to see him do good. Then I had to think about it. You ain't doing nothing for my kids. Oh, let me get that money. At least
Or
now.
I just said it may not hurt him. It might help him actually because at the end of the day, when no people on your ass, you have no other choice but to do right if you don't want to go to fucking jail. Don't no man that I feel, no man like jail or like they freedom took them away. And I feel like it shouldn't have to get to that point, but sometimes they have to get to that point. Regardless if it's a man or a woman. You know?
Exactly.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I was telling me, put that bitch on child support because if she could go buy bundles, if she could go pop bottles, if she could go smoke, drink, she could help take care of her motherfucking kids.
Exactly.
If you feel like you ain't got the time, at least get the money. If you ain't got the money, get the time.
Because I know the men that take care of their kids and the mama ain't around, they be wanting to do the same thing. But 9 times out of 10, when a father got a kid, it be like, either she passed away or she on drugs or something wrong or they just give it up.
Giving their kids up like, hey, I want to go outside. It's baby, and they only want to be mom.
So shout out to the daddies that's fathers.
Yeah.
But that's it. Thank you. I'm not gonna. That was long enough. Okay, so do you feel like family play a part in your future?
Ooh, hell no. Let me say no.
Okay, why not?
I feel like it depends on your family dynamic because I feel like I'm gonna speak truthfully and be open with this. Me and my sisters, we didn't grow up together. We was a ward to the state. They were adopted, and I was in group homes, whatever the case may be. And a couple of years ago, all of us reunited. And granted, I love my sisters, but since they've been back, I see a lot of stress.
Okay.
Stress on my mom, stress on me because now I feel like I'm the big sister. Let me help them. I done help people on the street. Let me help my sisters or let me show them things.
Why do you feel like your mom is stressed from them coming back?
Because I feel like my mom, with her illness, she feel like she owe her kids something, because she wasn't a present mom like she should have been, or that her illness played a part where she couldn't be a mom. So she feel like she owed them.
Have you ever sat back and thought to yourself, like, do my sisters talk amongst each other where they envy me a little bit because she kept me and didn't keep them?
She didn't keep me either.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like
I wasn't. They were adopted. I could envy them. They were adopted. I was in group homes, foster homes. Like
I mean, down but it was there. You know what I'm saying?
I knew my mama. Like they didn't get a chance to really know her. But at the end of the day,
so much you went a little later though. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying?
But I feel like it would have hindered me worse because they were little.
So they don't remember. Yeah.
They remember certain things. With me, I was old enough to understand everything. See everything and realize everything.
Yeah.
But I never looked at them or looked at my mama the way they do.
Okay.
Because I feel like they do feel like my mama owed them.
Is it because you understand what her situation and everything that made you like, okay, well, I understand why she did what she did? Or no?
Nah, that's not the case. I just feel like I said, it goes back to when you're younger, you have this idea in your head what family is, what a mama did, what they are living in fairy tale land, and then you grow the fuck up.
Okay.
And I feel like they need to know that our mother don't owe them shit. And once they get that in their head, they'll have a better relationship with her.
Well, me on the outside looking in, I feel like, yes, things happen, but she let them come back in with open arms, and she'll give them the world. Anything they want, she try to do her best. If she don't have it, she will bend over backwards trying to get it.
It's a difference when they feel like they want the help and if they obligated to it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they feel like, you didn't help us, you need to help us now. No, bitch. That's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? And as y'all get older, like my sister, she's having children. And my mom, she didn't raise her kids. So how the hell do you expect her to raise yours? But at the end of the day, my mom got in her head, I didn't do for my kids, I'm going to do for my grandkids. And she see that. And I hate that. I hate that for my mama. And I hate that for them too, that they feel like they have to go that route to get love. Like, I hate that.
And it's like everybody feel different, like you said. You still feel your difference because you were still raised and you you visioned, you saw everything hands on, and by them being babies, they was gone and raised and good. And it's like at the end of the day, like when I'm on Facebook or something, and the lady birthday come up, they be happy birthday, mom. Oh, happy birthday to my other mom, and I see that, and it's like that's respect because that lady did raise you. But at the end of the day, this is your mom right here. But by her giving you up, people
And
will
I feel
always.
like the respect that they give that woman, they don't give my mama.
Hmm.
So far
But
as
do you think it's because of her raising them and your mom?
they
didn't?
have a story to tell about their situation living with their adopted people too. But at the end of the day, I feel like don't nobody owe you shit.
Yeah.
When you become a certain age, your life is your life,
Yeah.
and you need to move forward. So far as like what you said, as far as your family in your future, no, because I feel like if my family is coming around hurting me, stressing me out, using me, damn near about to make me go fucking crazy, they can't go with me. You know what I'm saying? Family or not, friends or not, you can't go with me because I feel like I want you to uplift me like I uplift you. I want you to be there for me like I'm there for you, regardless if it's financially, mentally, physically, any. Be there for me like if you can't give me the same that I'm giving you, you can't go with me. And I'm at that point.
Because everybody want their peace.
Absolutely.
When you get, and that's the difference from young. When we was younger, we didn't have that peace man where it was like, oh, I want my peace. It was more like keeping up shit starting, don't matter, hurt people feelings. It didn't matter. But if you don't get older to learn and learn from your mistakes and learn what you did wrong and accept it and change it, then you always want to see growth.
Yeah.
And if you don't see growth, then that's when you know that you're an ignorant individual. And you're not gonna learn, because that's just like any relationship. When you're in a relationship and you see the stuff still going on and you stay with it and you keep going, that means you're not learning from it because you keep taking back. But you can love that person so much that you can be blind from it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have to, when you move on, you strong to show like, oh, okay, I'm learning. And that's with family. It's not just a relationship, it's with family.
Yeah.
Family, sometimes you gotta distance yourself from people.
Absolutely.
As I got older, I started seeing like, I'd be like, oh, no disrespect. When I do get back to myself, I might get into a slump, overwhelmed, you know what I'm saying, with everything. Once I come back out, I'm calling everybody that I talk to. Everybody in my circle that I talk to and everything. I'm calling to check on you. Hey, I was down. I'm in a little slump. My bad for acting the way I act. You know what I'm saying?
It is not even so. I feel like once you grown, you understand. Like when you take your break and we don't talk like we talk, I don't say, "Oh, that bitch is acting funny." Hell no. Because there be some days I don't want to talk to nobody, including my motherfucking husband, because you get in that mindset, you got to pull yourself out.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's growth and that's you being humble, because why would I want to pour all my stress onto somebody that I know love me for them to stress about my shit?
Exactly.
That's about respecting people as a person and having boundaries. And I feel like a lot of people want some more liquor. Want some more liquor?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't. Oh shit, that's gone. I feel like a lot of people don't respect that type of shit. Like I was explaining to Rudy not too long ago.
Yeah.
The love that I have for this bride over here.
Make that as my nail thing.
Years ago, like when stuff was happening, I would have rather. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say take a bullet, but it's like take a bullet. I would rather for me to look stupid than my friend look stupid. You know what I'm saying? I would rather do the dumbest shit in the world just so she don't have to do the dumbest shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's love. That's not me being stupid or me being a dumbass person. No, it's the love that I have for my friends. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't see that shit. And I feel like a lot of people that I consider friends, they was never my friends. And like that Facebook post said, you have the most friends when you at your worst. Now that I'm happy, humble, and married, I have one friend that's always been my friend. I'm just saying, people that you thought was your friends and shit, that you kick with, that you pop pills with, drunk, did weed with, fuck niggas, all types of shit. Once you, I'm just saying, once you humble yourself and you mature and you see that was some toxic ass shit, they don't look at you the same. You don't look at them the same.
When you growth, when you change and you have growth anyway, a lot of people, leave out. You know what I'm saying? You lose a lot of people. You can have 10 people. If out of them 10 people, 7 people drink and you don't, and you do too. So 3 people don't drink. Okay, you might chill with them 3 because you stopped drinking. Now them 7, they want to chill with you, but there's nothing y'all can do. You start finding out if you stop something how fast your circle can go little. Everybody have that party. Everybody have they party friend. Everybody had that talk to friend. Everybody. I was once told by one of my friends that she has a person for every single thing. She has a person that she can ask for money when she needs to. She have a person she could talk to. And when she was telling me this, I was looking at her like, damn, because she looked at me and was like, you one of them people that I can come to and talk to. If a person can't benefit me, for me, I don't need to be around them. And it made me look at her some type of way like, damn. But then after a while, I started thinking, that really is true.
And that's like relationships too, period.
But it really is true.
Somebody got to bring something to the table. It ain't necessarily got to be money, none of that. You got to bring something to the table. Like, when we was growing up, it ain't have to be positive or negative.
That's what she said too.
You got to bring something. But as you get
something
older, you got to be around good fucking things.
Because if it's just, if we're around and you can't do nothing and you just around, now it's just like, damn, what, you using me or something?
No, and I feel like
you know what I'm saying?
Like we was drinking together and I stopped drinking and now we can't have a conversation or we can't be around each other because I'm not drinking. We have nothing in common. Mm-hmm. Like I would feel like if you can't, we can have drinking in common and also be goal oriented in common.
Yeah.
You gotta be something else.
When you get older, I feel like if you ain't talking about real shit like owning stuff and everything, something wrong anyway. If we going around and all we doing is like, let's get this drink, and we ain't sitting down holding a good ass conversation about this world and this life that we are living, because we ain't getting no younger. This don't mean shit. If I'm sipping this and putting this down and all we doing is laughing and, girl, did you see such and such? I don't want it.
Right, or do
I don't want
every
it.
Every time I invite you over, oh, I gotta go get a bottle. No, bitch, like,
I don't want it.
No.
I don't want it. Now, let me say, I do like to drink. I did stop for my birthday. And, yeah, I started back some weeks ago. But I did do good, but that wine was going through me. It was just like, I don't want it. Get somebody else to do it.
I feel like what you enjoy doing, if it's not hindering what you need to do, you can do the work you want to do.
My thing is, I just, after working and working and more working and working and working, I just want to relax. And if I can drink, I can drink. It don't matter what you drink, it's how you drink, how you do it.
I want to smoke me some weed. And in my apartment, I can't smoke weed.
I don't do that.
God gonna have the list, so I'm gonna smoke me biggest blunt in the near future and be high.
It's healed. Period. Okay, so I have my last question. Do you think when people have their own insecurity, it allows them to act out of character?
Hell yeah.
Why?
Because when you feel ugly, you act ugly. On some real shit, ain't even gotta be about how you look. You probably feel ugly as a person. Like, especially if
or they might see somebody else. Like, they might be insecure. Like, people don't understand that sometimes your circle can be your worst enemy. Like, you can have your circle and that person is jealous of you. That's her insecurity because she looking too hard to worry to feel like, oh, damn, I'm jealous.
And that's why I'm gonna surround myself with people that know their worth. And not get mad because I'm getting something. Because what's for you, it may not be for the next person.
Exactly.
Like when I see people,
I hate that.
when I see people doing good, I be happy than a
Exactly.
motherfucker, and that encourages me to want to
Man,
get better.
I could be
Not
doing
get what
bad.
they have,
Yeah,
but me
exactly.
get better.
But I
Especially,
mean, don't get me wrong. If we want the same thing, that's understandable. Okay, everybody. But you gotta think about it. Okay, if I want a big ass house and you want a big ass house, you want a truck, I want a truck. Now it's a whole different thing if you go get a red house and I go find a red house, then you go get a red car and I go get a red car. It's like, okay, bitch, what are you doing? Now you look like you following me. That's good that you got what you got, but you look like you is really following me. What are you doing? You know, some people admit like, oh, I like that, I'm gonna get that. That's different. If you telling me like, you know what, I like that color.
not you saying,
my house gonna be that
I
color.
want a man with braids.
Exactly.
And then you start looking like, bitch, I gotta have one because you want it.
Exactly.
No.
Like I say, oh, I don't like dudes with braids. Then you come around with braids, and then, ooh, look at him with braids. Like, bitch, you just said that you didn't even like braids. You know,
Exactly.
like it just be extra stuff. And it's like at the end of the day, when you get older, I expect everybody in your circle to be talking about that they want to own something, come up with their own business, have their own car, and you know, no condo, have a house, no rent. Like everybody in your circle, you should want to have that and achieve it. You know, we at that age where it's like, come on now, everybody should be in something. All this renting and all that they taking. By the time you pay off for how long you stay somewhere, you done bought you a house and don't even realize it.
And now you just said, if you know how to do something, encourage your other people to do it. Not to say, oh, I'm better than you know, bitch. It was hard for me, but let me help you not be hard for you.
But you know what? I feel like you can tell when a person is hating on something.
Yeah.
When you tell a person something and they be like, that's nice.
That's small. Or, why that neighborhood? Or, I don't like that. Bitch, what's for me is for me.
Exactly.
It could be a shoebox, bitch, and I'll be happy. You don't know my story just like I don't know yours. Maybe it was God's will for me to start off small, and maybe it was God's will for me to start off big.
Or not even that. That was just, like you said, when you do stuff, you got to do smart for you. Don't go past your means trying to please somebody else. I'm not finna go and buy a big ass house just to say, oh, look, Shay, look at my big ass luxury house. I get up in there and be out of it 3 months later.
Right.
Because my dumb ass can't afford
big
it.
ass house. Oh, I can't heat this motherfucker.
Exactly. Now it's cold. You coming up in here like, oh, what's wrong? Oh, it just don't. Shit, it be cold up in this house sometimes. When the
You wouldn't even make bitch.
it be cold. She don't even want to be feeling good. This motherfucker like a freezer sometimes. That motherfucker heat go up upstairs and rise. I be fucked. I be like, it's cold as hell. Motherfucker was downstairs freezing one time. My bad. Y'all know who y'all was. It
Everybody
wasn't my
needs
fault.
to encourage people that's in their circle. Don't downplay shit. When motherfuckers tell you they good news, you be happy for them.
Yes,
Good
you know
news.
what? I love to hear people happy. As long as they happy, that's all that matters. Oh, you got that stress off of you? You feel better? That's all that matters. It doesn't matter. I don't care if a motherfucker go get a little house on the Perry. This motherfucker small. Bitch, can I fit in there? Yes, you can. That's all that matters. I'm bringing a drink. Bitch, turn up.
Period.
I might bring my ice maker, probably. Hint. He looked over here at that. Probably.
Get it back.
Probably.
But I can't
only
wait.
because I can't fix it.
I can't wait.
Only because I can't fix it, look.
Right?
Well, anyway, to long story short, shout out to my brother and my sister on their house, because yes, they is getting one. God is good. Yes, I am. I'm saying it on live. Yes, and I am proud of them. They did it. They is married, happy, and finna get their house. Ain't no more rent. Fuck y'all talking about. I am happy.
Mortgage, bitch.
Yes, it is. So I appreciate it. Yup.
And
They spoke it in resistance, and it is. And they took their steps. They got married. They relaxed. They did what they did. They both work. It ain't no one doing more than hey, it is what it is. They love each other, they happy, and that's all that matters. Congratulations. And we all gonna toast to that.
Come on, husband.
So lift your glass up.
Come over here, husband.
Lift your glass
come
up.
Toast with us, husband.
Come on.
Come on. To my hard-working husband.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, big ups for that overtime, baby. Now your back hurt.
Don't come up in the screen talking about your back now. What you do? Got on something and pulled on
He
the
sat
damn
there.
tractors?
He sat there. He got comfortable. Come on, old man.
I do that at lunch. I'm like, shit, I'm old. Okay, yeah. So y'all congratulate the Littletons.
Amen.
Yes. And they going on. Y'all already 2 years of marriage.
Yeah.
They 2 years of marriage. Look, 2 years in. 2 years in and finna have a house. Stop playing with them. They ain't playing.
Period. We 5 years together.
Yeah,
2
they
years
5 years. Oh, he put up the 5. Like
Don't take away them other years. 5 years.
5 years together, 2 years married, and they finna get a house. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, and it's this year, y'all. It's this year. This year, gang. Okay, yes. So with that being said, y'all, it's your girl Big Root True Talk Podcast, episode 3. No, season 3, I'm sorry, episode 1. I'm gonna drink a little bit, don't say nobody. Season 3, episode 1. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I appreciate my special guest, Shay, for coming out and talking about her life story.
Run her views up, damn it.
Run it up.
Run it
if
up.
y'all want to come on here and everything, and now with this episode, you guys, this is everything coming from you. If you want to get stuff off your chest about your life, about anything, come on. This is season 3, you guys. This is a safe place where you come and drink. Yes, I get the drink. You come and sit. We talk. If you got music that you want to play, you can come on and play your music. You can perform your music if you want to. I did have a back screen and a stage. I changed it up, because I haven't never used it. So, but you still can come and perform or play your music. If you got a business that you want to get off, you can also come and let me know about your business as well. So with that being said, it's your girl Big Root True Talk Podcast. Season 3, episode 1, special guest Shay, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Peace.
Some niggas had it harder, bro. You don't know when it's time to go. Better keep your eye for show. Them niggas at your mouth for show. Catch your boy, he gotta go. We doing them how they did, bro. Oh, you say he out there now? Grab the key, it's time to go. Freaky bitch, I'm trying to go. Roll it up, I'm trying to smoke. Fuck around and hang yourself, they give your ass enough of roll. Shoulder.